Hello everyone. Welcome to the information session. Uh, Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the campus lockdown, unfortunately, the sit-down face-to-face information and welcoming session would not take place on campus this year, and this is why I am doing this presentation and would create a video. Later, I'm going to upload on eComfort and our departmental YouTube learning and teaching channel. Okay, just a roadmap. You can see how quickly time flies. Okay, so you actually move on to postgraduate studies. Okay, let's say this year's honor students, you completed your undergraduate studies. Okay, and then we also have some honors graduates from last year. Now they are accepted for the masters, and we also have a few new PhD students. Okay, so you have grown up both intellectually, okay, let's say as a student, and even as a human being, you have grown up to become more mature. Okay, and then now for the next few slides, I'm going to focus on the honors program. Okay, sorry. 120 credits in total, so 7 modules in total. 4 are compulsory, including the research paper, which is the year module. Then 3 electives. We expect you to finish your studies within 1 year. So actually, over the years for the honors program, we have very high throughput rate. A very high proportion of the students completed the studies within 1 academic year. And then for the master's program, we currently only offer the full thesis program, 180 credits in total, and usually students would finish in 2 years. But if you work very hard in recent years, we have students who could submit the thesis for examination by May or June in the second year of enrollment. Obviously, they work very hard, actually, especially in the first year. Okay, going back to the honors program. Okay, and then what I didn't mention in the last slide is about the PhD program. You need to register at least 2 years and then maximum of 5 years. Okay, you can do it full-time or part-time. Okay, and then going back to the honors program. Okay, these are the 4 compulsory modules. The honors research paper year module, and this is why it carries the highest number of credits, 30 credits. And then the other 3 compulsory modules are econometrics first semester, micro first semester, macro second semester. And this year we offer the following 5 electives. You have to select any 3 of them. So international finance, mathematical economics, international trade, development economics, and economic history. And then this is how it looks like in tabular format. And then I already received a few email queries from the students which electives they should enroll. And then there's no right or wrong answer. It depends on your areas of interest. And maybe have you thought about your long-term career path? Let's say your areas of specializations, because economics is a very diverse discipline with a lot of sub-disciplines. Okay, so for example, if you are more interested in the global macro issues, then my suggestion is to enroll international finance and international trade. If you are more interested in the economic development issues, then go for 736 and 740. Okay. And then the other question that I got from the students on and off over the years is, should they enroll the same number of coursework modules? Let's say 3 in the first semester, 3 in the second semester, then the research module is the 7th module. And then again, there's no right or wrong answer. It's up to you. Or if you, let's say you want to allocate more time on your research essay, then maybe you can go for 4 coursework modules in the first semester, 2 coursework modules in the second semester. Okay, but again, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, you have to think about your long-term career path or even your honors research topic. So for instance, if your honors research topic relates to development economics, then it makes sense to enroll 736, isn't it? Okay, just as an example. Okay, and then you are welcome to enroll modules that are not offered by UWC, but they are offered at UCT or Stellenbosch. obviously you need written approval from the economics department for those credit transfer reasons actually. So for example, this year we don't offer monetary economics and we don't have a module in health economics and economics of education yet, okay? But obviously you need to think about issues like transport time, parking, traffic jam. Let's say when things revert back to normal, we have sit down lectures on campus. Okay. And then supervision, you will be allocated a supervisor, but remember your supervisor is not responsible to edit and proofread your research output. We may initially send you a few well-known literature as a start to guide you, but don't expect us to look for literature for you all the time. We cannot run regressions on your behalf. We can assist you. And obviously you can't expect us to type the thesis on your behalf, okay? But you can expect us to be good, to act as good mentor, responsible actor, to provide constructive feedback, to help you make good progress. And actually you need to sign an MOU, memorandum of understanding, very soon. Okay, and then I think this slide self-explanatory. We really would not allow students who are allocated a supervisor, then all of a sudden they speak to another lecturing staff for help all the time. Then it is a bit disrespectful to the official supervisor. So I will leave this slide for 30 seconds for you to go through, self-explanatory. Okay. What we expect from you as a student, okay, again, this slide is self-explanatory. We want you to behave as a mature, responsible adult, if not a student, okay? And then the second last bullet point, it can be a serious comment. It can also be a joke. Are you going to deactivate your Facebook, Twitter account? Okay, if you use social media for meaningful study purposes, it's actually fine. But we actually have a departmental Facebook group, which is a private group actually. So you can join our Facebook group. You type UWC Economics Department on Facebook, then you will find our group. And then for the honor students, if you want to have a more relaxing second semester, you should, I wouldn't use the word sacrifice, but make good use of your semester break. I think not in June, July anymore this year, but I think in July and the first week of August. Work really hard. Okay, then I have students in the past who really make use of the semester break and then they virtually finish the honors research essays by early September. But the due date is early November. So they were 2 months ahead of schedule. Okay, and then I think if you enroll the third year econometrics module, you must have seen this slide, okay? Checking notices and so forth, okay? Okay. What you can expect us as lecturers, we are paid a nice salary. We need to be well prepared for class, arrive on time. Let's say for sit-down lectures and even for the online lectures, if we will give you online live lectures, these lectures should take place during the official lecturing time. We have to cover all the prescribed work as indicated on the course outline. Okay, otherwise, let's say I'm supposed to teach 12 or 13 weeks, but then I only teach 5 weeks, let's say out of laziness, and I didn't teach all the prescribed chapters. Maybe you have an easier time to pass, but compare with graduates from UCT, Stellenbosch, you actually would be in a disadvantaged position when you look for work one day because they learn much more economics content compared with you. And then there's a UWC academic rule on the general calendar that we need to mark and return the scripts within 2 weeks after the test was written or after the assessment was submitted. And then feedback, okay, on the Canva, available during sit down or online consultation hours, okay? Other wonderful opportunities. I think the weekly departmental research seminar is on hold this year due to the pandemic. So actually, we invite speakers from other universities, public and private sectors to present their latest research, okay, on a weekly basis. But this sit-down seminar would not happen this year, but I will give you other tasks to do. Maybe I will ask you to watch some interesting economics documentaries. And you can be tutors, okay? This is actually official work experience. You earn some part-time income. It is a good item on your CV. Okay, and I already talked about the departmental Facebook group. Okay, and even if you are hired as a tutor, keep in mind you are not hired as replacement lecturer. We are not going to ask you to lecture on our behalf. We are not going to ask you to supervise our other students. You cannot be invigilator, or you cannot be used to mark tests and exam scripts. You will be asked to mark tutorials, practicals, or some assignments, but definitely not module tests and exams. Okay, because there are certain rules, academic rules, that both students and staff must adhere to. Okay. Okay, and then this slide is self-explanatory. Okay, attendance, and then for honor students, keep in mind to pass a modules, you need to obtain 50% CAM at least, and at least 50% in the exam, final exam, and there are no supplementary exams, only medical exams. Okay. And then again, I think you have seen this slide before. If you enroll my third year econometrics module, remember your life as a student doesn't represent your whole life. You still have your life as a person, as a human being. So there are a lot of important attributes you need to possess. This is how you can survive and win, let's say, in the labor market, and win respect from others. Okay, self-explanatory. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I meant from the previous slide, actually. Okay, and then the staff members, starting with administrative staff. Okay, Cheryl Arnold, undergraduate administrator. Crystal Duji, postgraduate administrator. Nontembitso Mshlongo, departmental secretary. We have 4 teaching assistants this year. I couldn't find their photos, so I replaced them with some funny images. Edenly Dry, Jejo Fondling, Kukanyile Mali, Sisonke Mtiapi. All 4 of them are master students. And then extraordinary Professor Federico Forders. We have 3 part-time colleagues, Janice Jackson, Dr. Eldridge Moses, and Simba Murosvi. And then our permanent lecturing staff, Charles Adams, Rochelle Bilkers, Dr. Carmen Christian, Felencosini Matsipula, Mariana Moses, Faiz Nakadin, Professor Matthew Okron, Professor Johannes Shafini, Dr. Christy Swanepoel, and then myself, and then we have 2 vacancies. We expect the 2 newly appointed staff would join from July or August this year. And then this is the last slide. This is what I found from a book, actually. Quite interesting findings. 10 most important employability skills. Okay. Conceptual thinking, it means your ability to analyze concepts and arguments and synthesize ideas into concepts to create new concepts. Logical reasoning, it means you need to be able to reason consistently. And then flexible thinking. Okay. Not rigid in your thinking. Problem solving and creative thinking. Communication skills, both verbal and written, and you actually need to learn to be a good listener as well. Numerical reasoning, I think it makes sense. We know economics involves empirical data analysis. Leadership, yeah. One day you would be a leader, or in fact, everyone is a leader, even if you are tutor, you are leading a class, actually. Planning and organizing, self-explanatory. You must have the self-motivation and self-awareness, and in fact to be self-reflective. Then you can identify your strengths and weaknesses, or areas you need to improve. And finally, teamwork. you need to be able to work alone, but also with others as a team. Okay, so that's it from my side. Thank you.